everyone, it's Jane from Sew It Themes. Welcome if you're a first-time viewer, and welcome back if you've been following along. This is part 2 of my hybrid journal tutorial. And if you missed part 1, you might want to go to my channel and catch up on part 1. So let's get started. Now we have this made. We're going to cover the outside of the journal. And I got this paper because I just love it. I think it's so sweet. Now she's having a boy, so you know, can't have a lot of little dainty pinkies going on. And I just, you know, to me this is a very vintage plaid. I don't know why. I think I've just seen this type of small nice print plaid on vintage things. I don't know. It just reminds me of it anyways. So I'm going to glue. There is going to be a seam, and I'm going to put ribbon down here on the spine anyway, so as long as it's somewhat decent. There we go. Now we eventually are going to put down a spine here in the middle. We're going to put this here, and it's about 1/8 of an inch between these two, maybe just maybe a tad more than 1/8, but not a fourth, less than a fourth. A way that some people do it is they take their chipboard, they take twice their chipboard and put it in between the two, but I usually just eye it up. Okay. So this is how we're going to be laying this down and gluing this together. Now, you can have different ways of doing this. The way that I've always done it is I've used score tape. You can use glue for sure. And you can use I thinking Mod Podge would even work with this if you want to do it that way. But I would recommend you use a quick drying glue and not use a wet glue, because I think your paper will wrinkle a little bit with a wet glue. So something that has quick drying on it is a good bet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish putting score tape on here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I put the score tape on my cover and back. I have a tip about using score tape, and that is once you put it down, if you would go over it again with some kind of burnishing tool, it truly makes it much easier to lift off that paper. And so that the glue part will stay down and not lift up, you know, with the paper itself. So, and this would be good. I think that would be a good tip with even red tape or any other kind of double-sided tape that you are going to use. So now I usually start here in the middle. Start with this here first. Alrighty. Very nice. I am going to, and I should have done this before, and I just had the thought because I'm working with plaids. So I had better see where the plaid is and fold it along a plaid. Because otherwise the plaid might be wee-jawed a little bit. So here is basically, oh, let me get my scoreboard out. That probably would be even better to like lightly score it down there. Of course it's not here. There we go. Might be a good idea just to sort of tease it a little bit. There we go. Yeah. This way, because I'm working with a design that can look kind of weed if it's not straight. This way I have an idea of how the plaid goes so that I can line up this with the edge of that. So let's just put this in here like this. Okay. Get an idea where that is at. Okay. So let's burnish this down nicely. There. All down. Okay. Now we will just put this little guy right up in here, along there, make sure that he is even in this area here. There. We are going to finish covering up the outside here. And I've already started here and here. Could have came over a little further, you know, had a little bit more. I was really close. It's okay. It still is going to work. So I'm just going to fold down here. And it does kind of help. It helps me a little bit if I just sort of, you know, encourage it to fold over. And I'm just getting it in the mood, stroking it a little bit. So it'll cooperate with me. There we go. So now I'll get that part done. Yay. Now for the corners up here, what I like to do is cut them off to kind of like not have that be quite so thick up there. And see, I think I'm going, well, I think a pencil will be okay. I am just going to draw a line. Okay, so between the corner and your ruler, there should be about 1/8 of an inch, you know, about that. And you're going to do this on an angle. So here's your angle there, and you're going to draw a line like here, and what you're going to do is you're going to take off this section that's up here. So draw a line about 1/8 of an inch, not too much more than that. That's about what you'll need. Just a small amount. There we go. Okay, just a small amount. And we will cut these corners off, and I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I have cut the corners, turned them down just a little bit there at an angle. I have put score tape all the way along the edge of the paper, all the way around. And we will now fold down, let me start this way. I like to do the top and bottom first. And so you'll want to Get it nice and burnished. And we'll do the top here. And we'll do this one here next. And then we'll do the side. And so as we do the side, we're going to just nudge down this little corner that we've created there. Just nudge it down. And just fold it down a teeny bit, tad bit, all the way around. That's why you don't want too much and you don't want too little. It's the Goldilocks dilemma. You want just the right amount, right? And usually just a little under 1/8 of an inch is usually plenty. It's not a deal breaker if you don't get it perfectly, but it does help to make that corner seam a little bit more completed when you put on your other sheet. You're going to put decorative paper in this section here, but you're not going to put it like, you know, all the way to the corner. So here, you know, it did get, you know, like here it wasn't perfect. All right, it's not perfect there. You can see that. Yeah, but by the time you put on your decorative paper, that's probably not going to be, you know, that noticeable. And plus we're going to ink around it anyways. So it's not a deal breaker, but it just does kind of help a little bit with that meeting together. There we go. Okay. Now, what I like to do is I like to just gently score in here and slowly bring this up here so that your cover and back will fold up. So here's how it's going to look. So for today, I'm going to stop here and I'll be back next time, and we are going to then put our little hinge into here and progress with it a little bit further. So thanks so much for watching, and if you want to see how I progress with this, then please subscribe below, and you can hit the bell and you'll know next time that I publish one of these tutorials. And otherwise, have a great crafty day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.